the results that you have are long lasting, right? So the benefits you get, you know, any new collagen that's formed, that's your new collagen. However, while we reset the clock, we're not stopping the clock. So people still continue to age. And so typically I tell people when they're talking about doing that micro peel, you know, once a year is typically enough to keep people happy. I do have people who come in quarterly to get it done, people who really don't want to do the more aggressive laser procedure, but still want to maintain that glow. And so it just depends on the degree of sun damage the patient has. So, you know, I think it's relatively long-lasting benefits here. So the micro peel actually is something I offer to, you know, most patients, particularly when as the fall comes and everyone's kind of trying to get rid of that sun damage that they have from the summer. It's something that, you know, we have pamphlets in all of the rooms and certainly in the waiting room showing, you know, what the results, the before and afters can be. For patients for scar revision, typically those patients are coming in asking about their scars and they're bothered by their scars. Or if a patient is getting an exam for something else and I notice a rather thickened hypertrophic scar that I think is amenable to treatment, I'll mention that, oh, there are ways that we can improve it if it's something that bothers them. More aggressive laser treatments, those are typically patients who are interested in some type of cosmetic procedure, and then that's part of a discussion I have as a kind of multi-modality approach to just aging in general and treating photo damage over the whole face. It depends on a few things. So it depends on what the patient's coming in for. So if the patient's coming in for a cosmetic, like, you know, if you're in an office that's a primarily medical dermatology office or a primarily medical office, and you're, you know, trying to convert those patients into cosmetic patients, I think that, you know, you have to price the procedure accordingly. However, if people are coming in for a cosmetic consult and they want to talk about options, they're typically willing to pay when they see what the kind of results they can get. And you know, obviously things are priced accordingly. You know, certainly doing the micro peel is not the same price as doing one of the more aggressive lasers for a full face. You know, the micro peel is a very easy procedure to do. You know, it's one pass over the entire face, pretty quick. And when people see the results they can get there, you know, I haven't had too many people say, oh my gosh, it's, you know, it's outrageously priced. You know, especially given that there's very minimal consumable with the Aerolase product. Photos are so critical. So, you know, especially if you're first starting to use lasers in your office, it's so important to make sure you have before and afters of all your patients. And when you're getting started, you want to make sure you have your own before and afters. But one thing that Aerolase does that's really great is provide excellent before and after photos. They provide before and after booklets. Really, that can be really helpful in explaining to patients what it is that you're going to achieve for them, so that they understand why it is they'd be willing to pay for something. And I think when they see those kinds of results, I think it's a much easier conversation.